नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्षायां स्वागतम्। प्रातःकालीन कक्षायाम् अस्माभिः नाटकमेतत् एतावत् पठितं। काव्यविषये किं किम् अस्ति इति पठितम्। अग्रे गमिष्यामः। तत्र काव्यप्रभेदाः के प्रमुखाः इत्यत्र अस्माभिः ज्ञातं यत् दृश्यम् अपि च श्रव्यम् इति भागद्वयम् अस्ति। दृश्यम् इत्यत्र रूपकम् इति नाम अस्ति सामान्यतया। तत्र रूपकभेदाः 10 यथा पठितम् अस्माभिः। नाटकं, प्रकरणं, बाणः, व्यायोगः, एवं प्रहसनम् एतावत्। पट्टिका समाना अस्ति, तत्र भिन्नं किमपि नास्ति। यथा पुस्तके पाठितमस्ति तथैव अत्रापि। परन्तु तत्र उपरूपकम् इत्यपि दृश्यकाव्येषु वर्तते। उपरूपकम् इति उपरूपकेषु नाटिका, त्रोटकं, गोष्ठी, सट्टकं, नाट्यरासकं, प्रस्थानः इत्यादयः बहवः सन्ति। तत्र बहु वैविध्यं वर्तते। लक्षणकथनमपि अस्ति. Sometimes you even wonder, is it even possible to have so many varieties? But you can see this is the depth to which they thought through that, these could be the various paths to provide entertainment, and they defined classifications so that all aspects of human entertainment that is possible through this media is conveyed to address the different entertainment needs of people. So I would say such classification aided them to actually create specific targeted storylines in each of these drishya kavyams to address those needs. Okay, as was the societal needs of those days. Not that everything would kind of fit here today. Okay, so there is no need for you to memorize anything. I am just showing you what has not been told in the book. There is a much bigger world out there. Okay, and a classical Sanskrit student has to learn these qualities and go through some examples and understand and appreciate. Okay, then Shravyam ityatra पुनः गद्यं पद्यं चम्पूः इति एतस्य वर्णनम् अग्रे भविष्यति पुस्तके अपि प्रायः। परन्तु अत्र एकत्र काव्यप्रभेदाः के इति सूचितमस्ति। पद्यम् इत्यत्र महाकाव्यं, खण्डकाव्यं, मुक्तकम् इति रूपत्रयं। पुनः तत्र इतोपि आर्षमहाकाव्यं, प्राकृतकाव्यम्, अपभ्रंशकाव्यं, भाषाविभाषा नियमात् काव्यम् एतादृशभेदाः सन्ति एव। महाकाव्येषु एव कालिदासादीनां काव्यानां सूचना उपलभ्यते। महाभारतम् अपि च रामायणं साक्षात् महाकाव्यम् इति न उच्यते, यद्यपि ते महान् काव्यरचनाः, परन्तु ते तु ऐतिहासिक ऋषिमुनिरचित आर्षमहाकाव्यम् इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। अथवा तेषां गणना इतिहासेषु गण्यते। इतिहासः इति श्रुतिपरम्परायां स्मृतिपरम्परायाम् इतिहासः इति तत्र तेषां गणनं भवति। आर्षमहाकाव्यम् इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः पुरातनकालात्। महाकाव्यं तु कालिदासादीनां विषये एव, बाणः, कालिदासः एतादृशानां विषये एव भवति। पुनः तत्र पद्यकाव्येषु किं पद्यं? छन्दोबद्धपदं पद्यम् इति लक्षणकथनं। छन्दोबद्धपदं पद्यं, one that is enclosed in chandas or in a metric setting, that is called padya. Okay, and further if you go inside, यदि एकं काव्यं महाकाव्यं वा स्यात् अन्यं वा स्यात्, तत्र अन्ते प्रवेशः भवति यत्र एकेन श्लोकेन एव किमपि वर्ण्यते, अर्थात् तत्र तिङन्तं सर्वं भवति, अग्रे गन्तव्यं न भवति, पृष्ठभागं द्रष्टुं तादृश आवश्यकता न भवति अन्वयवाक्यकथनाय। किं कुर्मः? श्लोकमेकं स्वीकृत्य अन्वयवाक्यम् एकं वा द्वयं वा कुर्मः वयं किल। तु एकमेव श्लोकं स्वीकृत्य सम्पूर्ण अन्वयकथनं भवितुं यदा अर्हति तस्य श्लोकस्य मुक्तकम् इति नाम। तो अर्थात् रघुवंशे यथा अस्माभिः द्वितीयसर्गस्य पठनं क्रियते, एकं श्लोकं यावत् दृष्टं तत्तु मुक्तकम् इत्येव वक्तव्यं। तत्र श्लोके एव सर्वमस्ति। दिलीपः धेनुं अरण्याय वनाय मुमोच इति मुक्तकमेव तत्। युग्मकम् इत्यत्र प्रायः श्लोकद्वयं स्वीकृत्य एव वर्णनं कर्तुं शक्नुमः। श्लोकद्वयम् अथवा श्लोकमेकम् अपरात् अर्धं यावत् इत्यपि कर्तितुं शक्नुमः। भगवद्गीतायां बहुत्र एवं दृश्यते। श्लोकद्वयं स्वीकृत्य एव वर्णनं कर्तुं शक्नुमः एवं। तथैव यदि श्लोकत्रयम् आवश्यकं भवति अन्वयकथने, तत्र सान्दानतिकम् इति नाम। श्लोकचतुष्टयं यदि श्लोकचतुष्टयस्य आवश्यकता यदा भवति तदा कलापकम् इति श्लोकचतुष्टयस्य नाम। कुलकम् इत्यत्र पञ्चश्लोकानां आहत्य स्वीकारः यदा। तो एकात् पञ्चानां युगपत् गणनया एवं नामकरणं भवति। एतद् मुक्तकमस्ति, द्वौ युग्मके स्तः एवं कथनं। कुलकं, so when you see the for example Mallinatha explains Raghuvamsha, somewhere he will note down this is kulakam like this, okay, so he will try to treat it together, okay. So that is the one more thing we have to learn, okay. Gadya kavyam, padyam and champu kavyam, there are three varieties in Shravya kavya, okay. So what we are studying Raghuvamsha is a padya kavya. Clearly it is in metric verses, and internally it contains these varieties, though we have not encountered every variety yet, or we may not even in the small sample we are going to take, but it is definitely considered a Mahakavyam because of it meets all the qualifications to be called a Mahakavya, okay. And Gadya Kavya as against Padya Kavya, अपादः पदसन्तानः गद्यम् इति कथ्यते। अर्थात् एवमेव वाक्यरचना, तत्र अलङ्कारः, वृत्तिः, छन्दः इति किमपि न भवति। यत् तत्रापि यदा कदापि अनुप्रासालङ्कारः, उपमा एतादृशवर्णनं भवति, परन्तु तत् पद्यं तु न। तो अपादः पदसन्तानः गद्यं, तत्र पादव्यवस्था, पादचतुष्टयम् एवं किमपि न भवति, गद्यम् इति कथ्यते। स्वरूपात् भेदाः पुनः मुक्तकं, वृत्तगन्धी, कलिका, चूर्णकम् इत्यादि भवति। विषयात् आख्यायिका, कथा इति। आख्यायिका इत्यत्र उपकथा इति अपि वर्णयितुं शक्नुमः। महाभारते बहवः आख्यायिकाः सन्ति। कथा तु महाभारतं, परन्तु आख्यायिकाः बहवः सन्ति। नलस्य कथा एवं पुनः तत्र शकुन्तलायाः, दुष्यन्तस्य एवं बहुत्र आख्यायिकाः सन्ति तत्र। चम्पूकाव्यम् इति विशिष्टम् अस्ति। पद्यं गद्यं द्वयोः सम्मेलनं चम्पूकाव्येषु भवति। गद्यपद्यमयं काव्यं चम्पूरिति अभिधीयते इति लक्षणकथनम्, ओके। तो तत्र नलचम्पू, मदालसचम्पू, भारतचम्पू, बहवः चम्पू ग्रन्थान् रचितवन्तः, तदपि अस्ति वाङ्मये।
भागवतमपि चम्पूकाव्यमेव
प्रायः अहं साक्षात् न जानामि वर्य, तथा स्यात्। परन्तु यदि पञ्चतन्त्रम् इति स्वीकुर्मः. पञ्चतन्त्रम् अपि संस्कृतकाव्यमेव किल. तत्र गद्यकाव्यम् आधिक्येन गद्यकाव्यं, परन्तु मध्ये मध्ये तत्रापि श्लोकानां स्थापनं क्रियते विष्णुशर्मणा. श्लोकमयम् अपि च गद्यमयं चम्पूकाव्यम् इत्येव. यद्यपि तत्र साक्षात् चम्पूकाव्यम् इति सूचना न दीयते, परन्तु यदि वयं पश्यामः पञ्चतन्त्रम् एतादृश ग्रन्थाः तु चम्पूकाव्येषु काव्यम् इत्येव कथितुं शक्नुमः. गद्यमपि भवति, पद्यमपि भवति, अतः तथा इति स्वीकर्तुं शक्नुमः. परन्तु क्लासिक् चम्पूस् आर् दीस् कैण्ड् आफ् चम्पूस्, नलचम्पू, मदालसचम्पू, भारतचम्पू, वेर् the kavya, the padyas have more alankara, rasa, etc. Whereas the focus of Vishnu Sharma in Panchatantra is a little bit more niti kathanam rather than extreme alankara. But there are inevitably alankaras even there. Okay, but largely Anushtubh simple verses. Okay.
Sir, this Muktakam comes in 3 places. It's a part of
Yeah. So we have to take it. See, when we treat as Muktakam, Shravyam, Kavyam, then Muktakam title is for the Kavya of that nature. Whereas when we say within, for example, another Kavya of whatever nature it may be, if we refer to one shloka as Muktakam, then that is about its independent Anvaya Kathanam. Okay? So this Muktakam and that Muktakam should not be confused. This is at the
it's part of Swarupat Gadya Kavyam as well. Swarupat Vedaha Muktakam Virtagandhi Kalika.
Yeah. Here it is within under the Gadya Kavyam Muktaka Gadya Kavyam iti. Tatra Muktaka Shravyam Muktaka Padyam iti. Atra Muktaka Gadyam iti. Evam. Tatra Muktaka Shlokam iti. श्लोकं वा किमपि अन्यनाम श्लोकं उपयोगजो श्लोक इति वृत्तिः अपि श्लोक इति उच्यते. अपि च तत्र यत्किमपि पद्यम् अथवा छन्दोबद्धं चतुष्पदीं श्लोकम् इति वदामः, श्लोकः इति वदामः, तो तत्रापि मुक्तकश्लोकः इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः. Yes, you are right. There are 3 places, but correspondingly we have to use the title. Okay. Should not confuse it as one generic name. Okay.
Same doubt regarding Muktakam Mahodaya. That Muktakam means it's Subhashita, like that it has independent.
Yeah. Subhashitas all tend to be Muktakas. Correct.
Shankaracharya, Sashtaka, Panchaka, all those comes under Muktaka.
Or even if you take Niti Shatakam, Vairagya Shatakam, they are all Muktakams.
But they are not part of Mahakavya.
No.
Means these
So generally what you will find is that when we call some Padya Rachana as Muktakam, generally because it contains lot of Muktakams. Okay. So there is a relationship that way. For example, if you take Sringara Shatakam and call it Muktaka Kavyam, that is because internally it contains Muktakams, a century of Muktakams or things like that. Yeah. In fact, there is another name, Shatakam is a name used for that kind of thing. So that's why even call it Vairagya Shatakam, like that, because there was a affinity. We were always decimal loving guys, I mean, or rather 10 multiple loving guys. So the Shatakam is actually a title almost for a collection of 100 or around 100 verses. Okay. If each independently has its own Anvaya, doesn't require the following verse, etc., it's like a collection of Subhashitas, for example, then it is containing 100 Muktakas. So overall it is called Muktaka Kavya. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that is what it is. So let's me move forward. Now this is all a little bit of overview, because I had this through my notes as I studied for my own master Sanskritam needs. I had prepared some notes about all this so that quickly I have a what you call Simhavalokana of the entire architecture. So I thought it's nice to share with you guys this visual. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. नाटकं संगीतेन युक्तं बहुमुख्यमेतत् तु घण्टा यावत् क्रियते किल मध्ये मध्ये सङ्गीतमपि स्यात् तु तत्र युज्यते स्म सङ्गीतमपि नाटकं सङ्गीतेन युक्तं गीतं वाद्यं तथा नृत्यं त्रयं सङ्गीतम् उच्यते सो गीतं अर्थात् मुखेन गायनं वाद्यं यन्त्रेण गायनं तथा नृत्यं अपि सङ्गीतम् इत्येव तत्रैव गमिष्यति. Today we tend kind of distinguish between Sangeeta and Nritya, but in the classical sense Sangeeta embedded Nritya in it. Nothing wrong in separating it and calling it Nritya, but it kind of embedded the whole process, especially if it was a Drishya Kavya. Just Sangeeta, maybe you can just have the singer himself come and sing, that's fine, but usually a dance element will be included for visual pleasure. So inclusion of all these three together is the Sangeeta. Okay, yebihi tribihi yuktam natakam bahu janapriyam abhavat. Bollywood is full of this technique only. Kavyeshu natakam ramyam ityuktihi prasiddha. Kavyeshu natakam ramyam iti. Yadyapi loko bhinna ruchihi tat janaha भिन्न भिन्न रुचीन् स्थापयन्ति तत्र लोको भिन्न रुचिः people have different tastes तथापि नाटकं तान् सर्वान् समाराधयति संतोषयति. So because it is having all the qualities of entertainment embedded in one place. संस्कृत साहित्ये भासः कालिदासः शूद्रकः हर्षः भवभूतिः इत्यादयः प्रसिद्धाः कवयः नाटकानि रचितवन्तः. So Bhasa Natakam is also famous actually. So Kalidasa we just saw Abhignana Shakuntalam. Others we will see what natakas, what rupakams they have created. Okay. Udaharana Rupena. See, this is very nice. What Sanskrit Bharati has done, they have taken a piece of a grand Rupakam, in fact from Abhignana Shakuntalam, and given us a taste of what it looks like. But what they have done is, because Prakritam is not understood by us, wherever Prakritam is supposed to come, the translated Sanskritam only comes in this sample. Okay, that is one more practice. Okay, उदाहरण रूपेण अधः कश्चन नाटकभागः दत्तः अस्ति. एषः भागः कालिदासविरचितात् अभिज्ञानशाकुन्तलनामकात् नाटकात् उद्धृतः, extracted. Uddhrutah, extracted is the meaning of ut is up, dhrutah means worn, upworn means extracted, that sense, removed from the whole. Okay, Kalidasa Virichitat Abhignana Shakuntala Namakat athva Abhignana Shakuntalat would have been enough. Again they have further qualified it as Natakat Uddhrutah. Okay, all right. So one thing, please learn the compound forms of these letters very well so that you can read precisely. Sometimes the print is not great, but here in this book its print is quite good, so it should be easy to read. Dushyantah. So it goes. So there is some scene where Dushyanta Tapasi it goes. So after Dushyanta I switch to Raja as the reference. Okay, then see Dvitiya Tapasi. Then let's see, just move forward. Then it kind of starts including one boy. Then the two tapasis something. Then the king comes in. So there are 3-4 characters. Then Prathama is actually Prathama Tapasi. Again the king. Ubhe, both the tapasis. So it is involving this boy for a very small part, and this king, obviously Dushyanta, who comes and finds his son playing with a lion. See, the picture is very clear. So something like that, it is involving that scene. So it's very interesting. Okay, so let me read it slowly. Okay, Dushyantah Aibho Maharshi Putra Kimiti ashrama viruddham acharati bhavan. Hey, you son of Maharshi, son of a great sage, for what good purpose are you acting this way which is against the rules of the ashram? That's, I am expanding a little bit. See, why do you act against the rules of the hermitage? I use words like hermitage. It's enough to say ashram for us in English. Okay, who will do this hermitage business? So, Aibho Maharshi Putra Sambodhana. Kimiti Ashrama Viruddham Acharati Bhavan. See this Kimiti. These are all the phraseology of that era. For what good reason is Kimiti? Okay, so we have to see the color of this. If you remove the iti, that color will be gone. Kimiti. Kim karaniyam iti. Something, some kind of expansion. Ashrama Viruddham etat karyam acharati bhavan. See, even if it is a young boy, the king is referring to him as Bhavan. I am assuming this is not edited because Uddrutaha is written, so they have not done any simplification. Maybe they have broken the sandhis and things like that, but more or less I think if we go back to original Kavya, we should probably find this. Okay, same text pretty much. I am assuming. I don't know for sure because I haven't seen the original. I wish one day we will reach all this. Yeah, so then Tapasi answers.
Sir, atra I bho dvayamapi sambodhana shuddhamev.
Sana, I, Bho, Maharshi Putra, all three are Sambodhana Pratama. I and Bho are Udgaras related to Sambodhana Pratama, and Maharshi Putra is the actual Sambodhana Pratama. Ye, just like we use now, no, ye, Udga, like that. In Kannada I am saying, ye, Udga. So that kind of thing. Okay? Yeah.
Right.
That ye is the, what is the grammar for ye? It is simply, it means Sambodhana Pratama Udgara, like that. Okay?
So they have used two sambodhanas.
Oh yeah. Color Aibho is used in almost together. They are separated, but literally in the original Kavya it will be Aibho, like that almost.
Okay. Right.
So one thing let me do. Okay, before I start breaking down and disturbing our flow, let me try reading it. Good or bad my reading may be. Let me try reading it through. Let's see how much original color we can first get. Okay, and then we will come back and see if we need to analyze. So let me go without break, without any English insertion, as best as possible. But I will be keep naming the character because otherwise you won't know what. So I will use my pointer as much as possible. Dushyantaha Aibho Maharshi Putra Kimiti Ashrama Viruddham Acharati Bhavan. Tapasi Badramukha Nakhalu Ayam Rushika Kumaraha. Raja Balakam Upalalayan Atha Kosya Vyapadeshaha. Tapasi Puruvamshaha. Raja Atmagatam Katham Ekanvayo Nama Prakasham Na Puratmagatya Manushanam Yeshaha Vishayah. We cannot make much out of that, but anyway. Tapasi Yatha Badramukho Banati Apsarasa Sambandena Asya Janani Atra Devaguroho Tapovane Prasuta. Raja Atmagatam Hanta Dvitiyamidam Ashajananam Prakasham Atha Sa Tatra Bhavati Kimakhyasya Rajarshehe Patni. So Tatra Bhavati refers to Shakuntala here, the Mata. It's a technique. Yesterday one Bhagini explained about that. Yeah. Tapasi Kaha tasya dharmadara parityaginaha nama sankirtayitum chintayati. Raja Swagatam Iyam kalu khatha mameva lakshye karoti. Swagatam, sorry, I should have said softly. Iyam kalu katha mameva lakshye karoti. Dvitiya Tapasi Pravishya Mrinmayurahasta carrying a mud mayura. Sarvadamana Shakuntalavanyam Prekshasva. This is famous, this Shakuntalavanyam. Sarvadamana Shakuntalavanyam Prekshasva. Sarvadamana refers to the boy here. Balaha kutra va mama mata ubhe nama sadrishyena vanchito matrivatsalah. Because here Shakuntalavanyam, Shakuntala is there embedded in that. So the boy thinks Shakuntala is being called. So he thinks, where is my mother? Nice. Anyway. Raja Atmagatam Kimva Shakuntaleti Maturakya Santiva Punaha Namadheya Sadrishyani. He's slowly recalling that he had come and married this lady and so on and so forth. So he's seeing similarities now. He's wondering whether he, I have come back to the same place or I'm recalling the things. Prathama Vilokya Sodvegam Raksha Kandarakam Asya Manibhande na drishyate. Raksha Kandarakam is some kind of bangle. Raksha Karandakam, Shematam. Raksha Karandakam Asya Manibhande na drishyate. Raja Alamalam avegena Alamalam avegena Nanu idam asya Simhashava vimardat paribrashtam Adatum ichati. So he has found it, so he is trying to give it. Ube Makhalu idam avalambhya Katham grihitam anena. So there was some curse by which it cannot be picked up by anybody other than the boy's own parents or something like that. Makhalu idam avalambhya Katham grihitam anena. Raja Kimartam pratishiddaha smaha. Plurality usage for himself by the king. Prathama Shrunotu Maharajaha Esha Aparajita Nama Oshadihi Asya Jata Karma Samaye Bhagavata Marichena Datta Etam Kila Mata Pitarau Atmanam Cha Varjayitva Aparaha Bhumi Patitam Na Grinhati. Raja Atha Grinhati Chet Atha Grinhati Chet. Prathama Tataha Tam Sarpo Bhutva Dashati. Raja Kadachidasya Vikriya Pratyakshikruta Va. It is a bit tonality, it doesn't need Va. Kadachidasya Vikriya Pratyakshikruta Ubhe Anekashaha. Raja Saharsham Atmagatam Kathamiva Sampurnamapi me manoratham nabinandami. Dvitiya Suvrate yehi imam vrittantam shakuntalayai nivedayava. So that's where it ends. So without going too much to the English, at least with my level of reading knowledge, not that I have memorized this, so I am trying to tell you honestly. So my I can kind of make out the scene is where these two tapasis who are in charge, two Rishi Kanyas who are in charge of this boy, and they are out there in the forest, and Dushyanta comes, finds them along with this boy, and what the boy is doing at the time is missing. Obviously he will be playing with the baby lion. What would you call a baby lion? Whatever. Okay, Shavakaha is the name used in Sanskritam. Okay, so
lion cub.
Cub. Thanks for see English. I'm forgetting English slowly because of Samskrita. Lion cub. So he'll be. You see, this is the scene. He'll be playing with the lion cub, which doesn't alarm, of course, the Rishi Kanyas. They know his capability very well, but it does alarm the king who has come here. So he is asking why you are doing this. That is not the not the nature of Rishi Kumaras like this. And then one of the tapasis say he is not a Rishi Kumara. Then he asks, then who it is? He is a Puruvamsha fellow, like that. Ayoyo, he thinks inside, ayoyo, how it is the same as my Vamsha, Ekanvayo Nama, like that. And then says again, okay, this one I couldn't make out. Na punar atmagatya manushyanam eshaha vishayah. But this place is inaccessible to mortals by their own power. So this I couldn't understand even after the English translation how it fits in the context. We need some larger knowledge to understand that. Maybe it's about him handling the lion cub, I don't know, or it may be something more gahana there. Leave it at that. We will not struggle with that. Then the see this udgara, yatha bhadramuko banati, as you say Varya, like that. See, as the good sir says, nice translation. See, yatha bhadramuko banati. Bananam means to say something without much purpose, like that, more or less. Vadati is straightforward, but banati is used in a very such a sense. Something you are telling, like that. Okay. Apsarasa sambandena asya janani atra devaguroho tapovane prasuta. So this boy is born with the relationship to an apsara. English I am saying apsara, and Sanskritam is apsaras. Okay, so asya janani atra devaguroho tapovane prasuta, like that. Okay, so now these Rishi Kanyas think Shakuntala has had a relationship with a nymph or something. The reality is that it is Dushyanta himself who is the father, but they are directly not aware. So they assume that some encounter with a nymph happened, and that's how she is giving birth to this boy. Okay, that's their belief. Okay,
and the nymph is actually her mother Menaka.
No, that is her birth. That is Shakuntala's birth.
Yeah,
here she
is a feminine bird, I think.
No, see here, because of Shakuntala's relationship with a nymph, his mother, this boy's mother, gave birth to him, Bharata, in the penance grove belonging to the teacher of God, Guru Varjisa Tapovane. Okay? So yes, the fact is that Shakuntala...
The nymph is Apsaras. Because of her relationship to the nymph, and the nymph is Menaka, her mother, Shakuntala's mother.
No, sir. In this context, I think you are right, sir.
Okay, we will not argue. We will not argue. Let Bhagini have her opinion. This is the beauty of Sanskritam. Okay, you can come with different interpretations and explain both logically. Then you are fine. Okay, yeah. But why Bhagini is insistent is because the term Apsaras is not used for masculine, and because Shakuntala could have only had Sambandha with a Purusha, she is not accepting that.
No, the relation.
So maybe if it was Deva Sambandhena, one minute Bhagini, 1 minute, please hold. So if Deva Sambandhena was there, then she wouldn't have argued. Maybe because of Apsaras she is insisting on going back to Shakuntala's mother. Okay, leave it. It's okay. We will accept that argument also. Okay, all right. Raja Atmagatam. So this is a second surprise. This is generating hope in me that I have found my own son, like that. Okay, so athasa tatra bhavati kimakhyasya rajarshehe patni. So then he is asking who this Shakuntala's husband, who is he, like that. So maybe, like Bhagini says, it is being spoken of Shakuntala being born from Apsaras. So that's what he is aware also. So maybe that's why the Asha Janana happens. Okay, all right. So he still thinks the boy is some Rajarshi's son, and through Shakuntala. That's how it's just kind of questioning that way, assuming some Rajarshi. So here Tapasi is then answering. Okay, now she is being very, very, very what you call proper about, Khandana of the person who rejected his lawful wife. She knows that it was some nymph Sambandha, etc. Okay, the nymph Sambandha we are talking of for Shakuntala. So she probably knows about Dushyanta, but doesn't identify this guy is the Dushyanta, of course. So she is saying, who cares to mention who is the father? That sense she is giving. Kahatasya dharmadara parityaginaha. Dhara is a shabda for wife. Dharmadara parityaginaha arthat manavasya nama sankirtayitum chintayati. I don't desire to name that fella. He's a useless fellow who rejected his lawful wife. Beautiful. Okay, then Raja in the mind, iyam kalu katha mameva lakshye karoti. Isn't this pointing to me? Like this he is telling to himself. Dvitiya Tapasi at that time enters with this mud mayura, which is a toy. Okay, and she uses this Sarvadamana to address the boy. Sarvadamana, one who is capable of suppressing everything. Here Sarva Indriya Damana normally, but in this case for a boy, he is controlling even a lion cub, so it may be even with relation to that. Okay. Few people are unmuted. Kindly mute. When there is a question, we will try to unmute. Okay, please. Shakuntalavanyam prekshasva. So this Shakuntalavanyam, Shakunta Lavanyam. Shakunta means Mayura's Paryaya Pada actually. So Lavanya means the beauty. But the word collects as Shakuntala. So the boy hears that part. Kutrava mama mata, he interjects. So this Kavi uses this play, and people, oh look, he has mistook the word like this, and even we try to analyze, see how this word play is there. Okay, all right. Ubhe is both these tapasis. Namasadrishyena vanchito matruvatsalaha. Oh, this lover of his mother, this dear boy, has been confused by the similarity of sounds. Names like that. Okay, Raja Atmagatam Kimva Shakuntala iti Maturakya. Oh, Matu's mother's name is Shakuntala, is it? Because that comes out through the Mama Mata and all that. Santiva Punaha Namadheya Sadrishyani. He is struck by one more coincidence of the name also mapping. Okay, so then like this it is going. So next I will summarize off. So next the story goes where
can I ask a question?
Just wait, Manohodaya, let me finish.
Okay.
Kindly let me finish. So the boy has one of the tapasis notices that the boy has lost his armlet. Okay, and basically it happens that actually king has found it, and he offers it. Okay, looks like when he was fighting with the Simha Shavaka, he lost it. For here it is, isn't it? Like, isn't this is it? Like that, in his hand he has it and offers it, and at that time both of them are shocked. Oh you are not supposed to touch it. Do not touch it. How you have touched it? Nothing has happened that's supposed to happen. That's what they are shocked by, because there is a pratiti or a shapa that if that amulet, what is the name? Amulet, yeah, correct. If that amulet is handled by somebody other than the boy himself or his parents, then that amulet will bite the person. Actually, it will turn into a snake and bite. So that's all is the description ahead, and they are shocked that nothing has happened to this fellow. So they kind of half surmise, oh, this must be the father, and they want to go and meet Shakuntala and tell this happened, looks like his father has come. So that's what is the katha ending with. Okay, now you guys read the detailed word for word meaning, but this is given just for us to enjoy a little bit. It's not like questions, and none may come directly from this, but they may give some other little piece and ask you to give tatparya. Such question paper in Kovida tends to be little more challenging than simply book based type of thing. Okay, you will find that. Yeah, now there is a space for questioning, Varya.
Mahodaya, अष्टादश पेज मध्ये एतत् सेंटेंस न दृश्यते पुस्तके. राजा किं न इति वाक्यं अस्ति किल? स्लाइड मध्ये अस्ति.
मम पुस्तके आसीत् तत् स्थापितमस्ति वर्य. अहं न जानामि एडिट किमपि अभवत् वा तद् न जानामि. Chinta nasti. This is not so critical. If I missed one sentence and or some additional sentence is there, it's not going to change our overall appreciation of how a kavya looks and not a rupakam looks. Okay?
Maria, Maturakhya means mother's name.
Actually, I am seeing that page. I am seeing Shrunotu Maharajaha Esha Aparajita Nama Oshadhi. All that is there in my screen also. Yeah. So what is the question some Mahodaya had asked in the middle? Nagaraj, please ask.
No, I'm just asking. Akhya means name. Maturakhya means?
Akhya means name, correct.
Okay,
correct.
Thanks.
Akhyayika is it means a kind of sub story, but yeah, that one. Akhyanam means to indicate a sign, that kind of thing. Okay. Vyakhyanam means expanded meaning. Same word akhya is used in a slightly different context with different upasargas to mean slightly different things. But yeah, here it means name. Akhyah, akhya, akhyam. In the corresponding linga, you take that. Okay. Yes, Varya, what is the question?
Atmagatam and Swagatam will be actually indicating the same thing.
Similar. Correct.
Okay,
Correct. Atmagatam is to himself. Basically, Prakasham means loudly. Atmagatam means in his mind. But here, what will happen on the stage? Mind won't work. So he will kind of turn away from the opposing character, look up. All that hava bhava will be used. He will look up and do that, say that, and then look at the character he wants to address and say the. He will change the tone also somewhat, like I tried to do. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you.
See how the Kavis they put in brackets all these things. Balakam, Upalalayan, Atmagatam, Prakasham. There may be more and more clues. See, Pravishya, Mrinmayura Hasta. I mean, carrying a mud pratima of a Mayura. These kind of things is completely, everything is there. It's a complete whatever is needed for the actor. Beyond some basic things are there. Beyond that, the actors have to imagine by reading the storyline and putting their own color, etc. And the Vesha and all that helps so that we identify the characters clearly. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, great. So I think we got this. Actually, this Kavyeshu Natakam Ramyam, if you search this keyword, you will actually get a complete shloka. Kavyeshu Natakam Ramyam Tasmin this thing Kalidasasya Skimapi Tatra Ramya Shakuntala Tatrapi, some fourth chapter, 4 verses, something is there like that. Okay, Bhagini, you know it for clearly. You please tell the whole shloka. Somebody offered to tell it. Kavyeshu Natak. Okay, I will.
Shloka, you means?
This Kavyeshu Natakam Ramyam Tatra Ramya Shakuntal.
Kavyeshu Natakam Ramyam Mukam Kavyesa Samskritam Vagarthocha Pratishtharam Kavyam Ramayanadikam.
Okay, this is a different verse than what I was familiar with, but it is also interesting. Bhagini was one Bhagini who came forward with
Kavyeshu Natakam Ramyam Natakeshu Shakuntala.
No, Tatra Ramya Shakuntala, something like that comes. Yeah.
Shakuntala Tatrapi Chaturtho Ankaha Tatra Loka Chatushtayam.
Shloka Chatushtayam. Okay. So amongst Kavyas, Nataka is great, and in that Shakuntala Natakam is great, and in that the 4th Anka, and in that the 4 verses are beautiful like that. So this is interesting. So this will instill curiosity in us. So what are those 4 verses? So maybe we will get up to the 4th Anka and try to understand. Okay. So here I don't know which Anka this is. Okay. But this Shakuntalavanyam is a famous phrase from this Anka, wherever it is. Okay. So we learned some new names like Karandakam means amulet. Raksha Karandakam protective amulet. Manibandha means wrist. Like this only we learn. Akhya, name. Like this we learn. Okay, so let's move forward. Time is running fast and we are going very slow. Okay, so Samskrita Grantha Parichayaha. So this is another section, 7th section. Okay, Samskrita Granthakara Parichaya. Kshamyatam. Grantha Parichaya just happened. We learnt about Natakas, we saw a sample, etc. This is Granthakara Parichaya. So about various authors. So in Kovida, you are expected to have lot of memory build up on the Vangmaya of Sanskritam. So for that, this sixth and seventh chapters are seventh sub chapters of each patha is focused on that aspect. So there is a lot to remember. Okay, so today it's teaching us about Valmiki and Vyasa, the two great you can call it Maharshis. In this series, we will introduce the important authors of Sanskrit. The language used will be very simple Sanskrit. The objective of this is to help our students know about these authors and their works, and more importantly to inculcate the habit of reading Sanskrit material. So please, you also try to, in a quiet room, go loudly read this so that you hear your own voice. Today maybe I will call someone to participate for us in between for paragraphs. Dear students, do read the passage completely and try to follow the content. However, you need not pay much attention to minute details thereof. Okay, remember the highlights is what they are trying to say. Okay, maybe I should use my highlighter a little bit more, but you should form your own highlights really. Okay, it's nothing rocket science. So you can make a short highlight version of these in your notebook about Valmiki. Okay, so which about 6 sentences on Valmiki. Think of the highlight as 6 to 8 sentences to say and put that down. Okay, that's how you should limit it. I mean, otherwise you will almost want to write everything that is there on the screen. So let's say half a page on Valmiki, half a page on Vyasa. That would be a good summary to develop, and then you will see what that half page should contain from this larger 1.5 page worth description here. Okay, so let me call upon Kanchana Menon Varye. Kanchana Menon Varye. Just start us off with Valmiki Bhagini. I will tell you where to stop. You start it off.
Okay. Valmiki Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam.
This one is a shloka about Valmiki. It has come in the parampara later to offer our prayers to Valmiki. So basically, when we read the Ramayana in the beginning, no, there will be some 10 Mangala shlokas, 10, 12, sometimes even more Mangala shlokas in the Parayana Krama. So one of them will be this verse also, to appreciate Valmiki also will be there, in addition to Ramastuti, etc. that will be there. Okay. So Hanuman Stuti, all those will be there in that. So this will be the Valmiki Stuti, that verse that has been picked up from that and placed here, because in our parampara it is always we should bring start with some Mangala stotram, and we generally use this stotram for that. Okay, this kind of stotram for talking about Valmiki, it will be nice to talk about his stotram. Like that. So Kujantam Rama Rama iti. So Rama, so calling, Madhuram Madhuraksharam, the sweetest sweet words, Aruhya Kavita Shakham, having climbed up the branch of Kavitva, Valmiki Kokilam, the Kokila bird called Valmiki, Aham Vande, I offer my namana. So Valmiki Kokilam Vande, or Valmikihi ityasya dvitiyayam Valmikim iti bhavati prayah. So Aham Valmikim Vande iti syat. Parantu tatra kavina tatra eva na स्थगितमस्ति. वाल्मीकेः नाम सकाशे कोकिलम् इत्यपि स्थापयित्वा तस्य रामायणकथा तु कूजनवत् अस्ति. इट्स् लैक् ए सिङ्गिङ्ग्. कथं कूजति राम राम इति मधुरं मधुराक्षरं कूजति तस्य काव्यं. तो वाल्मीकि कोकिलं तादृशम् अहं वन्दे. ओके, कुत्र कूजति? कविताशाखाम् आरुह्य कूजति. So Kavita Shakam Aruhya Kujantam Valmiki Kokilam Aham Vande. One who has climbed the high branch of Kavitva and calling out from there with the words Rama Rama, which are sweet words. So beautiful verse. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Okay, Bhagini, continue.
रामायणम् आदिकाव्यम् इति प्रसिद्धम्.
It's an ancient kavya.
इतिहासग्रन्थः इत्यपि भाव्यते एतत्.
This is very important statement. We don't consider this as a mythical grantha. We considered it as a historic grantha. That means actually it states what happened in our history. Okay, if such a wonderful kavya parampara is there, such a great skilled language is there to talk about, then what the creations of some of these ancient maharshis is maybe a colorful summarization of an actual occurrence. It is not beyond our imagination to think that one king banished one of his sons due to the bad word from one of his wives, etc. Those are all realities that have happened even in very recent past. So it definitely could have happened, and definitely could have been a great king later, that Rama, who went to the forest, lost his wife, recovered his wife, came back, etc., etc. Overall, if you write down Ramayana in a 10-line summary, it's completely plausible. And of course, lot of kavitva, both can be used. Kavitva has been used by Valmiki to nicely explain it. Okay, every element may not have been literally the truth, but there is an overall truth to it. Okay, so itihasa grantah ityapi bhavyate etat asmabhihi.
अत्र भाव्यते नाम
अस्माभिः भाव्यते कर्मणि प्रयोगः कर्मणि प्रयोगः का ग्रंथः भाव्यते. ग्रंथः इज ए कर्मपदा इन प्रथमा विभक्ति, भाव्यते इज ए निजंत वर्षन. ओके, एंड अस्माभिः जनैः, something you can put as the karta.
I'm trying to ask about the meaning.
Oh, the meaning is by people.
Bhavyate means.
I'm trying to tell you. So by people or by us, this is known as a itihasa grantha. This is known. Known is bhavyate, is considered known.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Mahoday, continue reading, Bhagini.
एतस्य ग्रन्थस्य रचयिता वाल्मीकिः.
Nothing much to be said there. Continue.
किरातकुले उत्पन्नः सः नारदस्य उपदेशात् तपः अकरोत्.
So this and all you will not find probably directly in Ramayana. I don't think Valmiki himself will write anything about himself. This all come to us through the folklore. Okay, so I don't know which
the stories appear in other Harivamsha, Mahabharata.
Yeah, so
he's brought up in Kiratakula, but he's born to
whatever, sir. Let's not go too deep. Let's understand what is written here. Leave it at that. Okay.
The Samkshipa Ramayana, which is the first sarga of Ramayana Grantha, it tells you the story about Narada and Valmiki.
But that part, but it doesn't talk about Kiratakula and all that. So let's leave it at that. Okay, Bhagini, you just read this. You had read this. Kiratakule utpannah saha naradasya upadeshat tapah karot. So Valmiki, who was born into the forest dweller family, okay, hunter family, okay, he, due to the guidance of Narada, he did a great penance. He conducted a great penance. Continue, Bhagini.
तस्य शरीरम् आवृत्य वल्मीकः उत्पन्नः.
Around his body a termite mound got formed.
ततः सः बहिः आगतः इत्यतः तस्य नाम वाल्मीकिः इति जातम् इति काचित् कथा श्रूयते.
See, here only they said katha. So he came out from that. So his name became Valmiki. That means he was born again from the Valmika. So Valmiki. See, Valmikasya apatyam kind of thing. Jataha iti vaktavim. Valmikat jataha Valmiki is a different vigraha for that. Okay. So kachit katha shruyate. Certain story like this is heard by us. So yeah, continue, Bhagini.
तमसा नदीं स्नानार्थं गच्छन् वाल्मीकिः व्याधेन मारितं क्रौञ्चं पश्यति.
So Valmiki, when he is going to the river, Tamasa river, Okay, when he was going, he sees a krauncha pakshi, a kind of water bird. Okay, he sees it being killed. Yeah.
तदा शोकाकुलः सः मा निषाद प्रतिष्ठां त्वमगमः शाश्वतीः समाः इति व्याधं क्षपति.
So he gets very distressed by this scene. Hey, you hunter, okay, you for many years, for permanent number of years, sama is here years, for permanent number of years, you go, you do not gain any benefit. That means you become a benefitless fellow for many years, like that. Pratishtam tvam agamaha ma agamaha, like that. Don't get pratishta for many years, this kind of thing. Okay, so this actual full verse I have put here. It's from Balakandam 2.4.15. So you can see it's there in beginning portions. So ma nishada pratishtam tvam agamaha shashvatihi samaha yat krauncha mithunad ekam avadihi kama mohitam. So this portion is said in story there. So it's there in the verse itself. Yat krauncha mithunat ekam avadihi. You have killed one out of the pair of kraunchas which were actually in a kama mohita state. They were actually at that time playing endearingly with each other. Okay, so at such a status of them, you have killed one of them. What a kind of fate you have reached to the one that is dead, of course, but the one that is still living and crying. Okay, so that's what he is. That's why he is having shokakulata. Okay, so the only one part has been quoted here. Okay, so shapa, this is the shapa. Continue, Bhagini.
ततः नारदमुखात् रामस्य कथां श्रुत्वा सः रामायणं रचयति.
So they have summarized that whole what Bhagini mentioned, that Prathama Sankshepa Ramayana, where actually Sankshepa Ramayana is the first portion is about the questions of Valmiki to Narada, and next is about Narada's quality description of Rama. After that, it is in very few verses, it is the Sankshepa Ramayana. 100 odd verses are there. Okay, maybe just 100 accurately. So that's what he heard. Continue.
सीता रामयोः वियोगः रामायणस्य मुख्यं कथावस्तु.
So their viraha, departure between each other. Viyoga means they were separation. Their separation is the important subject of the storyline. Thanks, Bhagini. Well done. So let me call Debmalya Nandi Varya.
Sir, what is the meaning of that shapa he has put there?
Shapati.
No,
Shap.
the sentence itself.
Curse.
Ma nishada pratishtam.
Tvam agamaha. Agamaha. Don't beget. Pratishtam agamaha. Ma agamaha. Don't beget pratishta. Like that. That is the shapa. He nishada tvam pratishtam shashvatihi samaha tvam pratishtam ma agamaha. Lot ma. Don't.
Pratishta means?
That means pratishta for every human being, he living in good character and standing is very important, right? So when he has cursed him that you don't have any such status in your life for having done this nicha karya, like that. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Shashwati Sama.
For permanent number of years.
Sama is a years.
Yes. Yes. It's a paryaya pada for samvatsara. I think Devabalya couldn't unmute, so let's call somebody else. Jayalakshmi Damle Varye. Jayalakshmi Damle Varye.
sir.
Please kindly start reading, Bhagini.
महाभारते
Correct, correct.
महाभारते रामायणस्य कथा वर्णिता दृश्यते.
So even in Mahabharata we find Ramayana Katha in Sankshepa. Continue, Bhagini.
पाणिने अष्टाध्यायम्.
No, don't eat Paninehe.
पाणिनेः अष्टाध्याय्याम् अपि कैकयी कौसल्यादया शब्दाः दृश्यन्ते.
So even Panini in his Ashtadhyayi, he uses names like Kaikeyi, Kausalya, etc. Wherever, I think basically he is explaining certain grammar somewhere, he is using those names as examples for some convenient places, maybe. Okay, so even he has used names like Kaikeyi, Kausalya, even Panini.
अतः रामायणं महाभारतात् पुराणे च पाणिने च पूर्वम् आसीत् इति स्पष्टम्.
So because Ramayana is quoted in Mahabharata as well as in Ashtadhyayi, this must very much predate all of them. Yeah.
रामायणं तत्कर्ता वाल्मीकिः च कदा आसीत् इति विषये मतभेदाः बहवः सन्ति.
So just pause. So that means one doesn't know when Ramayana and when Valmiki, etc. There are a lot of opinion differences. We just accept it as ancient times and move on. Okay, continue, Bhagini.
तथापि एतावत् तु वक्तुं शक्यते यत् वाल्मीकिः रामायणं क्रिस्तपूर्व 5,000 वर्षेभ्यः पूर्वं रचितवान् इति.
So generally it's accepted that this is 5000 BC time frame. In fact, there is one evidence somebody quotes. They say that the way the star position is explained when Rama was born or something like that, from that they did some there is a software available to align the positions of the stars and find out which year such alignments occurred, etc. Somebody has concluded also similarly, so it's all okay. Thanks, Bhagini, well done. So let's call upon Dhanyavadah Dharmesh Parikvarya. Okay, he is not able to participate, I think. Dharmeshwarya, please read. Yeah.
Ramayane, sir, I don't know 1000.
See, you know what is this? What is this number 24? What is it? How do you say in Sanskritam?
Chaturvimshati.
Then this is Sahasram. Chaturvimshati Sahasram Shlokaha.
Chaturvimshati Sahasram Shlokaha Santi.
So in Ramayana there are 24,000 shlokas.
Ramayanasya Prati Sahasram Shlokasya
Sahasratama Shlokasya
Sahasratam Shlokasya
Tama Sahasratama Shlokasya
Adau Gayatri Mantrasya Ekaikam Aksharam Prapyate.
Somebody has done this analysis, you see. Every 1000 verse, if they take the first letter and put them together, from that the Gayatri mantra is constructed. This is a little bit amazing. Okay, so I actually walked through and tried to find out, and yes, indeed it does have. There may be slight matrika difference, etc., but it does have. So you get that. Okay, so 24 letters are involved in even Gayatri Chandas, as you know. So the Gayatri mantra is in Gayatri Chandas. So 24 matches, and they say it's amazing. It cannot be.
Gayatri Ramayana.
Amazing.
Is Ramayana by name Gayatri Ramayana? There it.
Maybe they have quoted all this. Yeah. Okay. All right. Continue, sir.
Path Beda Daya न भवेयुः इति उद्देशेन एवं कृतं स्यात् kavina.
So here the surmise by this author is maybe the Kavi inserted this particular cover code, we say, as in error correction codes in software or hardware. When we use we use extra bits in data to, we call them marker bits. If those marker bits don't come through with correct values, we say data is corrupt. So sometimes we add additional bits to do the correction also. But here it is just a marker bit. So when the Gayatri Akshara is not found every 1000 shloka, somebody has inserted one shloka in that segment, can be understood. So we have to go and find what looks odd and take it out. So that kind of cover code is provided by this Gayatri Mantra mapping. What a beautiful concept. Okay, so what the author is saying is perhaps there should not be any variants produced. So with that intent, this kind of cover code has been, evam kritam, I am expanding as this kind of cover code has been inserted by the Kavi.
Ramayanam sarvasu bharatiya bhashasu bahishu videshiya bhashasu cha upalabhyate.
This one almost we know. Ramayana is available in all Indian languages and in lot of foreign languages.
Etasmat Ramayanasya Janapriyata Nata Bhavati.
From this we know the wide fame that Ramayana enjoyed. That's absolutely correct. In fact, just a translation in another language is lame. Okay, just some kind of a storyline translation is a lame attempt. Some Kavis, they have not just literally just translated, they have re-encoded it in verse form in different languages. Tulsi Ramayana is an example. Okay, so it is not just some Gadya, he is actually singing in chaste Hindi Ramakatha like that. Okay, the Gadya Madhya both must be there. I don't know myself full Tulsi Ramayana, but if you see many of the creations of Tulsi Das, they are all verse. So I am assuming that Tulsi Ramayana is also full of verses. Somebody is aware of this? Anybody with Tulsi Ramayana exposure here?
Ramcharitmanas.
Yeah, is it fully Gadya, fully Padya, or is it fully Padya? So that is Kavitva. Okay, so he took a Padya Kavya and he rewrote a new Padya Kavya with his own. Of course, he didn't write 24,000 shlokas, he summarized it in much more compact way, but with equal color in Hindi. And this is ancient, beautiful Hindi. Okay, so beautiful work. So such works are also there. Even in Kannada you will find, I am sure in Kambaramayana also there is a lot of Kavitva involved, the Tamil version, this way. Okay, thanks Varya, well done. Oh, okay, last sentence I didn't let you read, I'm sorry.
I read.
Oh, you read, yeah. By this we know the fame of Ramayana. Thanks.
Sir, may I take the last paragraph?
Rajiv Varya, of course, I don't want to deny you the pleasure, please.
Thank you, sir. Valmiki Shaili Lalita Sarala Sundaricha.
So beautiful. His style is very enjoyable, very simple and very beautiful.
Sri Ramasya Dharmanishta Sitayaha Shaili Saushilyam, yeah. Saushilyam Bharatasya Bhratri Vatsalyam Lakshmanasya Kartavyanishta Anjaneyasya Karya Dakshata Sugrivyasya Sohard Bhavah Ittadayah Amshaha Ati Ramaniyata Ramaniyataya Chitritaha Tena.
So, how it's beautiful. This sentence I like. So, the standing of Rama in Dharma or his faith in Dharma, the Pativratya Bhava, Saushilyam, okay, the belief in being chaste, that of Sita, okay, the love towards his brother of Bharata, the duty bound way in which Lakshmana behaves. So Bhratru Vatsalya also is involved there. Okay, Anjaneyasya Karyadaksha, that means his expertise in carrying out directives given by Rama. Sugriva's friendship. Like this, many points are beautifully painted by Valmiki in Ramayana. Last vakya.
संस्कृत साहित्य निर्माणे वाल्मीकि ही शक्पुरुषः इत्यत्र न अतिशयोक्ति.
So Shaka Purushaha, see, Shaka is like a man of an era. Shaka is like an era almost, we should take. So he is a man of the era is how we should consider him. So there is nothing too much to say that he is the man of the era in Samskrita Sahitya Nirmana, in the putting that Ambudi for the Samskrita Sahitya world. In fact, he is called the mother lode or the source for inspiration for Kavis later. Okay, yeah. So Atishayokti means it's not na Atishayokti means it is not an excessive statement like that. Well done. So with that, I think we have to call it. I was hoping that we will finish today, but yeah, we have to read about Vyasa and then we have to read about. So maybe with the first 10-20 minutes of the next class, we will be able to read about Vyasa quickly and then do the exercises and then step into the new lesson in the next Saturday class. So with that, I will call it a day. It's been a long day for you guys. I don't want to press on with another half an hour that we may need. So have a nice day. We will catch up with Vyasa next Saturday. Okay. Thanks for joining.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Namaste. Sarvebhyah. Dhanyavadaha.
Recording stopped.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.